Hey, how's it going? Today's Tuesday. It's almost week 12 since I've been laid off, so 12 weeks of unemployment. If you're new here, there's a sticky comment that has a link to the playlist, a link to my LinkedIn. So let's talk about what really ticks me off. Well, first let's start on other news. So the staffing firm has not reached back out yet. They talked to me Friday about a job similar to the one I did 2 jobs ago. A little 6-month contract. Not very great pay, but it would be money. So fingers crossed on that still. But here's another one that really chaps me. So, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks ago I applied to one. It was a long shot. And then like a week and a half later, they sent me an email. Hey, here's some pre-interview questions. It was a Google sheet. I filled them out. I mean, they took some thinking and some time. And you're like, oh, that's sad. You didn't get selected for the pre-interview selection. Well, yesterday I get an email. At first, everything looks kosher. Hey, we've selected you to yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. Please send us your banking and routing number so we can wire you money. And I'm like, great, it's a scam. So these scammers wasted my time. And this isn't the first time in the however many weeks I just said, 12 weeks, I guess, 11 weeks, whatever. I don't know at this point. I've lost track. With the exception of rejections, the only time I've heard from companies, aside from this staffing firm on Friday, it's been scams. They look like legitimate postings. Everything's good, perfect English. And then they either send you an email, a few days later, same day, a week later, and it is sometimes good English still on that one, or you just jump straight into broken English. And it's apparent to me that it's a scam. A lot of people would probably be duped and fall for it. I think I've had this happen 10 times now. This one was the one that wasted my time the most. Like, I hope there's a special place in hell for these people that are trying to rip off people that are trying to find work. I don't know, man. Ooh, I had a snot bubble come out my nose. Hopefully you didn't see that. That was kind of gross. I had really bad allergies yesterday. I think the rain kind of stirred everything up. On that, yesterday I went and got a bunch of marigolds. So it turns out my wife had seeded a bunch of the beds with marigolds and didn't tell me. So I went out there Sunday and saw a bunch of them and was like, these weeds are in all the beds. So I pulled them out and threw them down in the mulch that we use as a ground cover. Came inside and sent her a text message to Idaho where she's at right now and was like, look, the plant identification app thinks this weed is marijuana. And she goes, those are my marigolds. So I went back outside and I found 3 or 4 of them that I'd plucked out. And it had been raining almost the entire time since I had plucked them out. It had started sprinkling when I was out there and then rained pretty good. So they stayed nice and moist and were green. And I put them back, the ones I could find. And they still looked good yesterday. But I was like, well, I'm going to run down here to the nursery about 10, 12 miles down the road. Yeah, that's about right, because it's before the gas station, so 10 or 12 miles. And they had a bunch of marigolds. I got some orange, some yellow, and then some hybrid ones that were a wonderful mix of the orange and yellow, kind of like Hocus Pocus roses. How they, have the one color kind of on the tips of the petals. And I tried to get ones that either had just a bunch of buds or maybe one flower and some buds. So I put 5 of them, I think, over here where we put all the pumpkins and stuff and the melons. And then I put 2 in the bed with the zucchinis. And then I put some in front of some other stuff out there. Our hope there is that it'll help keep squash bugs down. We've also got like dill and rosemary out there, which are supposed to help. Because last year the squash bugs were horrible. Although this year I have a dedicated roll of duct tape just to help me combat them as soon as those eggs start popping up. And I do this with stink bugs, which look a lot like the squash bugs, the related stink bug. Sorry. So you just take a piece of painter's tape or duct tape and just barely touch them, and they stick to it. And then you just fold the tape over into a little packet, and I throw it into the trash. Not the greatest use of the plastics and crap in the duct tape, but the squash bugs were just horrible last year. So I'm being very vigilant, trying to stay on top of that. But hopefully the companion plants will help. Who knows? But other than that, yeah, I discovered this band either at the beginning of the year or last year. I'm not gonna hold up it's this band. There's a vulgarity there on the front. It's censored, but you know, YouTube. Anyway, it's a German band. They're punk-ish. They're more pop-ish than they are punkish. But I can't even tell you the English translation of the name because it's the dead crack bleep in the trunk. But their songs are so fun, and I wanted to get some vinyl of theirs. This one has 2 of my favorite songs. Ich und mein Pony, Me and My Pony, and then Ronnie and Clyde. Ronnie and Clyde. So, yeah, I went ahead and got this. It's, you know, got 2 other songs. I might listen to this sometime this week and listen to some of the others. I don't recognize any of these that I've listened to, but they all sound pretty good. Katzenfleisch and Wir hassen Sport and Krakorentons and Mutti Mutti. Süß Boys. Sweet Boys should be interesting. Spaß muss sein. Alles lügt. Anyway, that's it. Stop scamming people. Jeez. Like, I haven't fallen for any of them, but it's like you're wasting my time. Anyway, I am going to go try and do some AI consulting and maybe play a little Game Boy Advance. I've been playing a lot of Dr. Mario on the Classics, NES Classic cartridge for the Game Boy Advance. Probably going to get into Final Fantasy Tactics later this week. I never played it when it was new. I tried playing it earlier this year, late last year, and just there's so much story at the beginning, and I just wanted to play, so I didn't. But I have a proper cartridge with a known good battery in it coming. I'm going to try playing it on that. And yeah, I'm going to get my day going. I hope everyone's doing well. Please give me updates, those of you that are that have been following and watching. Let me know what's going on in your life, how everything's going. Got any problems? Got any exciting news? Any things you're looking forward to? Oh, real quick, I did watch Fast X yesterday. I decided I needed to like take a break and just do something, and so I went and saw Fast X. Wow, it is the craziest one yet. They are no longer in a realm of even remotely believable anything. It's fun. Anyway, I better get my day going. If you want to watch a really dumb, goofy movie, definitely check out Fast X. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I hope you have a good one.